Hello everybody, it's Henry the Weeder Man. So today I'm going to reassemble a Husqvarna 450. So I got all my parts laid out. What I got to do is get the piston back onto the crank and get that going. But first off, let's do a shout out for Wolfcreek. They sent me a cable ring. So the Husqvarna 450 takes a 44 by 1.5. I upgraded his ring to a caber. I don't want to use his OEM one. Plus it had a little tiny scoring on it. Nothing dramatic, but I want to get more compression out of it, so I upgraded to a caber. So first thing you want to do is lay your parts out. So I got all my parts laid out. I keep them in this little container so I don't lose them. You got your piston pin, got your caber ring, you got piston bearing, and you got your circlip. You don't want to lose any of this stuff. Next thing you do, I got the cylinder. It's all cleaned. I honed it. It's all clean, no carbon in it. It's ready for reassembly. So the cylinder's ready to go. All the gasket material, that'll be a different step. But I just wanted to bring that into the picture. So the bearings are good. I already checked them. Nice and clean. The parts are all clean. So I laid out my cylinder. So exhaust is up on this. I got it facing up. Top of the piston, there's an arrow. Should face towards exhaust. And we have it at exhaust. Crank is laid out correctly, so it faces up. This is the coil side where the two screws go, which goes on the flywheel, which is on that side. Boom. So the next thing we're going to do is, I got Permatech Ultra Slick. I'll put a little bit on this bearing. It's really sticky, so don't be afraid to lube it up real good. That's just so once the motor gets running, you already got some lubrication going on. And just slide it into your crank. There it goes. It's really that easy. The circlip is facing towards me on this one. It's already installed. I'm going to slide it in. Take the remaining amount of Ultra Slick. That'll get the inside of the bearing. Sometimes you got to agitate this pin a little bit. Sometimes they slide in smooth. Sometimes they do not. But if you lubricate it right, like I just did, it slides in perfect. And I got my brass tool that I use all the time. I want to push down the pin against the other circlip. Make sure it's in there good, which it is. That's the tricky part. This is where you got to pick up this little clip. I always start one corner in. It's kind of hard to show you. Start one corner in, got your tool. My tool just helps me push it, and I get it started with my finger. I use my thumb, and then I'll ride it around. So got it in there, one side started. Once you get one side started, just put your pressure on it, put your thumb on it. You want to keep it covered, because I've had these pop off on me. Not a nice thing. They do disappear because they're tiny. And my floor's got a print on it. And what'll happen is the clip will hide. Let me just put this on my leg a little bit. It's hard to show you putting on a circlip. Had a hard weather roll in today. Took off a little bit early. And clip is in. Yeah, roll it right in. Make sure it's all down real good. Make sure it's not bent, and the clip is in. I'll push on the other side on the pin. So I like to push it back and forth to make sure the clip is in good. And then I'll take and run the open end away from the install area. It's just me. It's going to rotate around, I'm sure, when it's going up and down by itself, but and there we go. Pin's in. Alright, pin's in. Piston installed on the crank. Ready to go. Right direction, right where I want. Go ahead and fit test it. So it slides right in. Look at that. Pistons installed on the crank. Nice slide on. I'm going to do a separate video when I go to put the ring on for you. So that way you can watch how I slide rings on. Look at that. Sounds good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I got a good fit. No chatter with the piston. All right, everybody. Henry the Weeder Man out on this session of installing the piston onto the crank. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.